since you're already working with a very good organization called IBM,
Yes.
IBM has got a record time of training approximately 6 lakh employees about neurodiversity. And it's a pretty inclusive organization that way and very sensitized. In fact, you are one of the first individuals who said the word neurodivergent correctly, and he understands the power of inclusivity. And my next question is around inclusion and diversity. Will company actively recruit autistic thinkers, ADHD innovators, and dyslexic problem solvers?
Absolutely. I mean, we're already doing that. And if you're not doing, you're just going to be late to the party. Let's be very honest. And I think you're not doing that to just tick some boxes because that's stupidity. You're doing this because profitability is the key. And to be profitable, you have to have different ideas. And sometimes the brain just has to be wired differently. So if instead of trying to think differently, if you get someone who actually thinks differently, there's no problem. And I think that is the solution. And I'm not saying this just because I'm from IBM. I'm saying this because I genuinely have seen the kind of work some of my colleagues who are neurodivergent has done. Absolutely.
Can you have any examples? I would love to listen to them.
Yes. I mean, I have to, of course, ask them first because not everyone wants to openly talk about being neurodivergent. But I'm going to talk about this one person.
Okay.
I'm going to take this one example, which I think is quite there. Thomas Island. Thomas Island is someone who is the first accredited speaker who is neurodivergent, from Toastmasters International. And I still remember Thomas Island did come and he was in this conference and he was talking about his amazing journey in an IBM conference. So that's how both the things are together. And he's also written a best-selling book. You can probably go and check that out. So people like Thomas Island are there all around us. Even look at Bill Gates for that matter, right? So it doesn't matter where in the spectrum you belong. And if it is not stopping you from doing work in a particular way, amazing. For some people, there could be other issues. I do understand not everyone might be interested. You cannot force someone to think in a particular way. But if people are very passionate about things, even if they are not passionate about everything else, and even if they are thinking differently, I think neurodivergence is the way forward. I really genuinely believe so. Am I making my hiring decisions based on whether someone is neurodivergent? Maybe not. Am I basing my hiring decisions despite someone being neurodivergent? Absolutely not. Am I making my hiring decisions ensuring that I do not discriminate between someone who is neurodivergent and someone who is not? Absolutely, yes. Sometimes we do have these drives which will give you some bonus points. But at least the way I see it, I can speak for myself and not for my organization, of course, because I'm not technically a spokesperson. Go for it. Accept them. Because we are anyway in this world together. We are all going to be working with each other anyway. The sooner you get into a field wherein you get different, brilliant, very, very differential ideas, you will then be the disruptor. Otherwise, you will be disrupted.
Very nicely said. अगर आपको ये क्लिप अच्छी लगी और आपको और ऐसे क्लिप्स देखने हैं, then do subscribe to the Solo Clips for more such clips.